What does Bhagwan mean that this yajna will benefit both the mother nature and the human nature? How do we actually know that that happens? What is the evidence? What is the proof? What is the logic? We have to ask those questions. And I have been engaged in asking these questions to Bhagwan ever since I started my journey with him on this Vedadhyayana, Veda study since 2002, 22 years of sadhana. And Bhagwan in October 3rd, 1989 has declared that when the mantras are offered as the havis in the fire of the yajna, so is the fire, such is the smoke, so is the smoke, such is the cloud, so is the cloud, such is the rain, so is the rain, such is the crop, so is the crop, such is the food, so is the food, such are the thoughts, so are the thoughts, such are the actions, so are the actions, such are the habits, so are the habits, such is the character. So when we often these divine vibrations that are energized by the mantras that we are chanting collectively and offer them into this fire, the rain that is brought from such fire will bring the food and transform the society. So the rain otherwise created is created because of the clouds formed by the pollution. But this rain that is showered upon is energized by the power of the mantras, which are not words, which are not sentences, which are not books, which are vibrations that are transmitted into this beautiful atmosphere. And therefore, brothers and sisters, that is how the yajna fundamentally changes the character of the person. And the character of the person is how the society will be represented. How the society is represented is how the country is represented. How the country is represented is how the whole continent will be. And so is the continent, such is this Mother Earth. So this is Bhagwan's inspiration to us. And know that there is only one and only one function for which Bhagwan will allow the organization to print in the local newspapers. And that was when he conducted the Veda Saptaha Mahayajna during the Navaratri. Bhagwan never invited anyone to his birthdays or any other functions. Bhagwan only invited and ordered the organization to announce it in the local newspapers and say, please come and join the yajna. Bhagwan would invite him personally for the yajna. So these yajna are Bhagwan's invitation to you, not by any individual. So how does these yajna bring changes in the mother nature? Well, I'll show this to you. This is the evidence. California had extreme drought for more than 5-6 years. And this is the drought map of California on April 5th, 2022. Look at this extreme drought and all the way to severe drought and across the entire California. 98% of California was in drought on April 5th, 2022. These are weather maps from the USA government. We conducted the yajna from April 11th to 16th. And in 1 year, unprecedented rainfall not seen in 170 years happened in California. And this is the drought map on April 5th, 2023. 1 year exactly, the drought map. There is no severe drought. There is only moderate to abnormally dry condition. Only 8%, 92% of California is without drought. Now, obviously, you ask the question, how do you relate this to the yajna? How do you know that this is because of the yajna? It can be complete coincidence, absolutely nothing to do with the yajna. Well, the evidence is this. We started this journey in 2014 in Atlanta, massive rain before and after the yajna. We conducted in 2015 cloud burst. Entire Chardham was closed for pilgrims during the yajna, and there were 500 people on the hill, on the mountain at the Badrinath, and we had exclusive darshan of Badri Vishal for 11-12 days. Unbelievable experience that we had. In 2017, we did yajna in Tiruvannamalai. Tiruvannamalai did not see rain in 47 years during and after the yajna. And in fact, the auto drivers during the yajna refused to take payments from the devotees that attended the yajna, saying that they had seen such a beautiful, massive grace of yajna that has not been seen in Tiruvannamalai for 50 years, and the entire agriculture came to flourish. Just recently in Memphis, in July of 2023, Memphis was hit with a massive tornado that it had not seen in its history on June 25th. You can go do Google it, and you will see 600,000 homes across 4 states were affected. But the place where we did the yajna, Bhagwan protected all of us from a major catastrophe, and we escaped a major catastrophe and saved almost 300 lives that evening. These videos are present on the YouTube, and I don't want to take too much time talking about it. Now you get the point that these yajna unquestionably will have fundamental changes in the human nature and character, therefore, societal peace and also universal peace, because the yajna will bring flourishment of Namo Rudrebhyo Ye Prithivyan Ye Entarikshe Ye Divi Eshamannam Vato Varshamishavaste Dasha Prachir Dasha Dakshina Dasha Praticir Dasho दीचेर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु ते यन्विष्मो यश्च नो द्वेष्टितां भोजं भेदधामि. In fact, an Ati Rudra Maha Yajna, this is the last mantra, the 11th mantra in the 11th Anuvaka of Sri Rudram, that the Rudras will bring food on the earth, health in the atmosphere, and rain from above. And this experience is unequivocal during all the yajna that we have performed to date. How does all this happen? It happens because of one thing and only one thing: Bhagwan's divine presence. All these yajna have been conducted since 2014 are all after Bhagwan's Mahasamadhi. But Bhagwan has not gone anywhere. He is 100% presence, brothers and sisters. Here is the evidence of it. This was his presence during 2022 charm. And we just finished completing the Homakunda painting and the names on the Homakunda. Bhagwan was seen, you can see here, leaving the Yajnashala right after the Homakunda were completed. And if you don't see that, please go to an eye doctor. You need help. That is his presence, 100% his presence. Well, you can say, well, this is all fluke. How do you know he'll be present during the other yajna? Well, same experience. This is the yajna conducted in Croatia, in a place called Kranjak, near Zagreb. And you can see this was conducted yajna in commemorating the centennial Aradhana of Shirdi Bhagwan, and with also invoking the presence of the divine being, Jesus the Christ, in the yajna, because 90% of the people that attended the yajna were Christians, and they 100% and 85% of them are women, and they all chant Rudram so beautifully. It's an inspiration for many of us. And you can see here in the altar, on the invitation itself, Jesus was present, and this yajna for all religions. And even in the altar, we had the presence of Jesus the Christ right behind the kalashams. One of the days during the yajna, we experienced this beautiful presence of divine light emanating from the heart of the Jesus, showing that he was present and he will be present wherever divine consciousness is invoked. You see this, and during the yajna, one of the homakundams, we saw a footprint of Bhagwan. Now you may ask the question, this can be a devotee's footprint. It cannot be. because nobody will come out of the Homakunda. If a devotee is standing, it should be the other way around. And we saw the footprint of Bhagwan not only here, Vibhuti materialized in the area where we were dining, on the plate of Bhagwan and around the chair as well. And right in front of our eyes, right before we were doing the Chandi Homa, Kumkum materialized in Bhagwan's hands. You can see that zoomed there. So Swami will be present. Not only Swami, everything that will be present in the altar is blessed by Swami. We got this Omkareshwara Lingam, and this Bhagwan Omkareshwara will be coming to South Africa as well. And before the Lingam came from India, 2.5 kilos of Vibhuti materialized on this Lingam. And within the Vibhuti, there were 21 crystals now that are adored on Bhagavan Omkareshwara here in Sacramento. And Mother Chandi, Haldi materialized on Mother Chandi. You can see the beautiful Mother Chandi. And for Memphis, we got Shiva Parvati Murtis for doing the Kalyanam. And before they came, Bhagwan materialized Vibhuti on Bhagavan Shiva and Haldi and Kumkum on Mother Parvati. The Saishwara himself that will be coming to South Africa from Sacramento, also Bhagwan blessed not only with Vibhuti but Haldi and Kumkum, because he is the Shiva Shakti. And on the day before Ganesh Chaturthi, we offered the invitation for army to Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. And on the invitation on Ganesh Chaturthi, Haldi or the turmeric materialized. You can see Ati Rudra Maha Yajna brochure to Bhagwan and the letter to Bhagwan and also the invitation to Bhagwan. There was incredible materialization on Ganesh Chaturthi, and the lingam that is in the pile of this turmeric, and that lingam I have never seen before. Bhagwan's lingams are usually emerald green, beautiful sky blue, crystal, golden, etc. But this lingam has all the colors. And what do these colors represent? The colors of all the animals of the African continent and the colors of the rainbow nations. So Bhagwan 100% will be present for the yajna. The question is, will you be present? Will you be blessed? Will you share this love? And will you expand your own love of Bhagwan to be able to share and care? Invite them lovingly. Doesn't matter what they belong to, no matter of question of faith or anything like that. All are equally blessed. That's the divine message we carry. Bhagwan's divine message is for all. And a lot of people ask me the question, sir, why are you spending all this money and all this effort to do this yajna? Wouldn't it be better to spend all this money for service projects? What is the total cost of this yajna? How much we have to, and all those hundreds of thousands of dollars we are spending, why don't we use it for doing service? And I'll share an experience with you. Before we did the yajna in Badrinath, as most of you probably know, 3 months before that, in April of 2015, there was a massive earthquake in Kathmandu, 8.2 Richter scale, and thousands of people, thousands of homes collapsed. Hundreds of thousands of people were displaced. The only place that did not even have a crack in the wall in the center of that city, Kathmandu, is Pashupatinath temple. And in 2013, there were massive floods because in Kedarnath, that washed away. If you watch the video footage of that 2013 in Kedarnath, and I have actually shared those links here, but I won't show it to you because it's not for people who don't have a strong heart.